What is chiropractic SEO? So SEO is search engine optimization, and obviously chiropractic SEO is SEO done for chiropractors. A lot of chiropractors don't spend the money or the time or the attention on SEO that they should. But SEO is what allows you to show up when someone is searching for a specific keyword. What most chiropractors need to focus on is local SEO, which means that we are trying to show up for keywords that include the city and the state, or that include near me, so that Google knows to show local results versus a national result like a WebMD or Mayo Clinic or something like that. So SEO breaks down into three parts. There's on-page, off-page, and technical. On-page SEO is basically the content that you create, the words that are on the page. Off-page SEO are the signals that are out in the internet. A lot of that impact comes from backlinks, which are where other websites link into a page on your website. And then the third one is going to be technical SEO. So that's basically how your website is structured. How's the speed? Is it mobile responsive? Just all of the basics that come around running a good, solid website. How much should chiropractic SEO cost? The cost of SEO can vary widely. It depends on what the service is that's being provided. If people are creating content for you and that's how they're driving the SEO, then you're going to pay more money than if someone is just kind of managing the back end of the website. So there are generally three areas that people will normally do SEO as a service. One is the content creation. So they might write a blog post for you or help you optimize a page that's on your website. Second is going to be backlinks. So this could be like citations that get built. So they go and like find, yellowpages.com and make you, if you ever heard of name, address, and phone number, they go and put your name, address, and phone number and your website on, yellowpages.com. That links back to your website, and that is what we call a citation. Backlinks would be something a little bit more important. That would be like a website was linking, like another website that's like a real website, not just a directory, was linking into a page on your website, almost like as a vote for your website or your page. And then the third thing that they could help with is the back end technical side of things, making things go faster, optimizing the pages, on the parts that aren't really like on the page itself, but are more the technical components of it that most chiropractors probably wouldn't be doing themselves. So it just kind of depends on what someone is actually doing. But SEO packages can range anywhere from $500 a month all the way up to, I've seen, as much as $5,000 a month for even for a local business. How long should chiropractic SEO take to work? The easy answer is about 3 to 6 months. It takes time for Google to index any pages that are created or optimized on your website. A local business is not going to get crawled a lot by Google's bots, so they may crawl your website once a month, meaning that they scan your website, see if there's anything new, see anything has changed, any new keywords, anything like that. So that can take some time. Then it takes time for Google to start to work its way, or your content to work its way up the search engine results page. If you have multiple pages that kind of focus on the same thing, like say you have a headache page and a migraine page, that is called cannibalization, to where if the headache page was first and then you write the migraine page, it may take longer for the migraine page to start to rank. Even for migraine specific keywords, it may take longer for that page to rank, just because Google will think that headache page is the most important for that kind of like world of keywords. So it really depends on how your website is structured. But 3 to 6 months is usually a good general amount of time for things to really start to rank well. How do I know if my chiropractic SEO is working? So there are two ways that you can really track the success of your SEO program. Number one is going to be how well you rank for the keywords that you want. And then number two, which is ultimately more important, is how many new patients are created from your SEO. So the first is what a lot of website companies or agencies will focus their attention on. They'll report to you, how you're ranking for this keyword that's important to you or that one. But ultimately, the reason why we do any marketing is to attract more new patients into our practice and hopefully educate them before they come into the practice, so they come in, almost acting more like a referral than a stranger. So if either your efforts or your agency's efforts or your website company's efforts are not focused around converting traffic into new patients, then we need to start to shift that mindset, because ultimately that's what's really going to matter the most, is that we are satisfying that searcher intent and we're getting people to convert into new patients in the practice. Why should I hire Leverage Media to do my chiropractic SEO? Leverage Media, I think, is the industry leader when it comes to helping doctors create unique custom content. And when it comes to SEO, that is going to be the most important thing to ranking for the keywords that you want to rank for long term. Now, the way that we do things is, I think, the right way to do them, and especially in the long term, so that you are a part of the content creation process instead of me just throwing up some generic copy that I've written for headaches. So it is important that anybody who works with Leverage Media understands the importance of their voice, the uniqueness of the content that is going to be relevant to their area, to their office, to their ideal patients. So we make it very easy for people to create that content. And I've done all the thinking for you. My team does all the technical execution for you. But the part that you have to do is get your voice out, whether it's on video or written content, so that people really understand what it is that you do and how you can help.